Okay, very quickly we look at the summary points again. We started off with averages and
I'm not sure about
okay, never mind. You wrote down your name already? Okay, I'll tell you later. Maybe I'll just okay. Okay, so let's take a quick revision from what we learned yesterday. Yesterday we started off with average. Go to your corrections now, please. Focus on the activity right now. Okay, so quick revision. Yesterday we talked about average and what's the meaning of average is to even out the data, and we can do so by regrouping. And yesterday we took a look at the example of regrouping by, let's say, I combine all into one pile and then sort them out again. Or like the muffin example, where you see that I can even out by sharing out the muffins. Sharing out the extra muffins. So that was yesterday's idea about what is average, and now one of the easiest way to calculate average is finding the total of the data first, then divide by the number of data. So that was the formula that we introduced. Now, then yesterday there was this a little level up. The little level up was these three different ways to understand average and calculate average. One is the formula. I have 4 different scores. I add up to the total, then share it out to the 4 people. So I combine their scores first, then share out with the 4 people to get my average. Okay, then the level up still was okay. I have knowing that they have some average of mine, I give each other some marks to share out. Okay, then the clearest way to look at what this means is the bar model here. So I sort of all the extras, all the tails of everybody, all the differences. Okay. I start to weigh all the extras and all the tails. Okay, all the differences I pick up. Then I share out the difference among everybody. So the working become smaller numbers. But you have to be able to be very clear what is going on. Otherwise, this can be quite challenging. Now, in many problems actually will require us in the technique when it's a challenge problem. We see it later on. But right now, let's go back to this fundamental skill. Okay? This fundamental formula, I think a triangle here. This triangle is a very useful relationship triangle, like a number one. Okay, so number one, you don't get the triangle. It remains useful even revise it. So some things that you learned last time, you might not know how important it is to grow. Because I'm going to go to my P4 class later, teach timeline. So then I'll be trying to tell you that you need to learn timeline very properly because we don't keep the learning phase. And we talk about step rate. The parking hours we need to go, and the best way and the only most accurate way is draw out the timeline to see how much the cost change. So, but then we wouldn't know that until they experience it. Oh yeah, well, actually I was thinking, I should have learned how to do the timeline properly. Right? And then if we have learned the timeline properly, then this becomes easier now. Okay, so likewise, I'm going to share with you this triangle, called the relationship triangle. Okay, the relationship triangle. Right on top is total. It's a useful formula for many subjects. maths, science. Okay. For example, total is the top, and the number one, total is the top. Then we have the average number of data. Okay. This so is a multiplication relationship. So average times number of data given to you want to find average, you use total divided by number of data. Okay? And then here, number of data equals to total. Can you understand this relationship? Okay, we will do some examples because of this relationship in a moment. Right now, let's just do a quick check on our homework. See whether we were able to solve some of the questions in our book. Okay, so yesterday we was yes. So yesterday was this page 116 where we stopped, and you notice that I drew it with like a fraction relationship. It's how I got it from the triangle here. So if you notice here, like when I'm finding average, that means I use the total divided by number of data. When I'm finding number of data, I use the total divided by the average. When I'm finding total, I use average times number of data. Can you see what I'm doing? So if you look here, this triangle here, this is multiplication, this is division, and this is division. Just like the number of board here. So I want to find average. I use total divided by number of data. That's why I wrote it like a fraction. Where the fraction bar, I use it as a division identity. Can you understand? Okay, so on this page here, our homework 116, were you able to solve this? So for these three boys, what you need to do is add up George, Jason, Ahmad, then divide by 3 people. Then that's the average. Okay, then the up one level is what? Okay, over here, this side, all individual data is given. Okay, all individual data is given in numbers. You calculate it. Okay, next level up a bit. All data is given also, but not directly. You have to chop it up. So over here, it depends on your graph reading skills already. So before you did line graphs and bar graphs, so you need to be able to know how the interval and spacing. So 5 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 spaces for 10. So 1 space is 2. Okay, so this one should be 78, followed by mother tongue, 82, mathematics, 84, and science, 80. Okay, so you see, this is the level up. Previously, all data given to you straight away, right? All you need to do is add together, divide, right? Now, level up. Data given, but not directly. You need to be able to read by yourself. So you need to apply a different chapter skill here. Okay, now that is given, find average. It says here, 4 tests, and then find the average for each test. So on the average, I share out the marks. Okay, are you able to do it? I'm not going to calculate for you. You calculate yourself. Okay. Yes. What if you can understand the cut the tail is a very good idea. Okay. Let's say I don't cut the tail. I do the usual way. Then the usual way will be total number of marks. Total I use English plus mother tongue plus maths plus science. Add up everything, add up all the scores. So you have 78 plus 82 plus 84 plus 80. Add everything together, then you find average by using the total divide by the number of data that is 4 tests.
So on an average, one test is what score? Okay. Okay, then this is a method. Oops. So this is the first method. Okay, then use the advanced method that if you can understand what Travis is saying. I cut the tail. If I chop here, okay, and I share out. So I have, okay, let's say this is the method one, method one. So I have English 78, Mother tongue 82, Maths 84, Science 80. Okay, so if I chop away, that means this one is more by, so it's extra of 82 minus 78, extra of 4 marks. 4 marks extra. 84 minus 78 is 7 marks extra. And then this one is 80 minus 78 is 2 marks extra. Oh, sorry. 78, not 77. That's what happens when I multitask. Talk, right at the same time. Talk, right, and think at the same time. I need to train my brain. I'm getting older. I used to be able to do this better. Okay, so what it meant was that I take all this extra, add and share. Okay, so I have 4 plus 6 plus 2, that's 12. And then I share amongst the 4 subjects. So it's 3. Then I use 78 plus 3 gives me 81. And that's the average. Okay, so these were all the differences. Okay, all the differences, let me just write it in short form. All the differences I add up together, share out the difference for the 4 tests. Then I got 81. This is the average score. Okay, I write in short form. Of course, this one I can do also 78 plus 82, 160, 160 plus 164, 324. Total is 324 divided by 4. Answer is 81. Same answer? Okay. Now, who can understand method 1? Everybody must understand method 1, okay? This is a basic formula. Total divided by number of data. Is that okay? Who can understand this shortcut method? I will see. The calculation is shorter. I chop out the difference and I share out the difference and give it to the shortest person to know what's the score, what's the average. Can you understand? Okay, so 2 methods over here, moving on. The same for page 118. Okay, I'm going to circle 118 when you work on this. Is that okay? The same thing. But now it's pari-par. So skill required for this one, graph reading, finding average. Is that okay? Okay. Now we move on to the next part. Okay. This one now by yourself 10, 115, 180. Okay, everybody? Okay, then we move on to this new page here. I share back the screen earlier on, then you try out what I'm trying to say. Okay, you look up here. Okay, can you understand this triangle relationship? Can you understand this triangle relationship? And Can you understand these three equations? Yes. 1, 2, and 3. Can I? Now we look at the next. The next one here. Okay, looking at this, there are all the three quantities given to you are total, average, and number of data. Okay, there are 2 students. The average marks 75. Okay, the total is 150 marks. Okay, now the relationship is here. Let's look up. Okay, so this is the formula that we did, right? Average equals the total divided by number of data. So total is 150 marks. Divided by 2 people, the average is 75. Okay? Okay, yeah. So can you understand this? So the total is 75 and 2. Yes. Okay. And the number of data is 150 divided by 75. Can I? Okay. Then we move on. Okay, here. Now I have the average. I said that there are 10 pupils. Okay, 10 pupils. All right. When I add up all their marks and then share out their marks evenly. Okay, and add up all their marks and share out their marks evenly, the average of these 10 students is 62. That means that after I share out evenly, each person will score 63 marks. Okay, look here. Average is 63, there are 10 people. What's the total? 600. How do you get 600? And okay, next one. Okay, this one. Now let's change the question. The question is now, I give you the total. Okay? I don't know how many people are there. Okay, but I have the total marks. And some people, I don't know how many. I add up the total marks, I find the average. The average is 60 marks. How many people are there? 7. How many 7? Divided by 60. Is it okay? Is it difficult to understand? Can you? What does it sound like? Does it sound like the primary thing we learned before? Again, number one, group is a total. You find group, you use total minus each. If I each, you use total minus divide by no. But no minus. You find total equals the number of groups by number in each group. Sounds familiar? You find number of groups equals the total divide number in each group. You find number in each group, you use total divide by number of groups. Sounds familiar? That's how you use 2. Yeah, but the difference in total mode for addition is addition, all the parts may not be the same size. But in multiplication, all the parts are the same size. Now, putting those 2 ideas together, that's what average is. So if you look at the previous model, see, all the parts are not equal size. Right? So all this part, all different size. Add together, I get the whole. And I divide them equally, all the parts become equal size. Can you understand? So it's like sharing out evenly. Alright? So all these things is learned before. Okay? So if you consider that you learned this before. It's now how to apply it. They apply the same ideas to this topic called average. Okay, so and I think the field is sum and difference. Okay, so anyway, so yesterday we were talking about smoking, and then I had this photo, right? And then, okay, I see the intense space. Okay. And here, sorry, Jaden are trying to look relaxed. You can see like sniggering and smiling. Okay, but honestly, from the way he stand, you can tell that he's actually he's feeling nervous because he's checking behind him. Okay, and then Samuel, if you see Jaden, he should really turn around to look. But then, I tell you, when he sees Samuel's face, the nervousness go up. Because I'm going I really like this 1, 2, and 3. Why? Because I can see they really try to, because you know what's the purpose of this activity? Okay. Trust your friend. So that, you know, honestly, I also have trust issues. Okay. So I'm scared of falling down. I also scared. And the truth is, yeah, I want to do it. So the truth is, I really very touched with these 3 friends here because they really to try to trust. He really to try to trust. So I can see the nervousness I see the mouth. Okay. But really trying to trust. I think this is very, very precious. Really to trust someone is a very important value. But then again, yeah, I also scared of Xavier. To support like that, you know. Yeah, but then again, and it's not wrong because there are some instructors who actually teach voting against the why? Because sometimes if you don't, when you are spotting your friends, you're supposed to lock your wrist. So that yeah, correct. So some instructors actually will teach like that. So that you protect your fingers and you have your whole arm to push. But then it's still not a very good idea. Imagine. But anyway, so yesterday we left the class and I told you to come on, you need to have some confidence and willingness to try. Try to push yourself forward and do better. So yesterday someone asked me, I think I'm trying to get your brain. I was focusing. You are touching the book and then I was asking, you see how tall are you? Then not very tall. I should have answered average. Average. Okay. So yeah. So I hope you can remember this chapter well. Okay. I'm pretty average, but it's okay to be average. So now, this is the next level. So now we try. Looking at this page 119, okay? On page number 19, it gives you the 3 relationships, average, total, number of data. So the triangle, I'm going to draw it here again. Oops. Okay, triangle with the total on top, the average here, and the number of data. Okay, so whenever I need to find total, is this times this. I want to find data, I use divide. Total divide by average. If I want to find average, total divide by number of data. Just like number 1. Can you understand? Okay, then if you can understand, the rest is remember it. Okay? All right? So, it's not difficult to remember. As long as you remember, total is always the biggest one. It's always on top. Okay? Right, so if this, difficult or easy? This page. Can do? So all of this on page 119 is all multiplication. Is it difficult? We okay, right? Why? Because here, over here, this column here refers to which identity? Yes, this column here refers to number of data. Okay. Oh, how do I know this column refers to number of data? What are some of the clues? Yes, cards, t-shirts, books. So these are the clues to tell you it's like groups. Run how many plates, how many bunches, how many baskets. It's the keywords for grouping. You understand? So these are the keywords. And then here's given the average, find total. Now, what you need to see is that even if one scorecard is 0, it's still counted. So yesterday, Jay's question was, if the number is 0, do I still count it? So the answer is yes. So even if one t-shirt is a free t-shirt, buy 3 get 1 free. It's a 4 t-shirt. Buy 3 get 1 free, 4 t-shirt. Tell you the average price. You still have to count the t-shirt. Yes, because it's still one of the t-shirts. Can you understand or not? Okay. So total will be average times number of data. Is that okay? So I have 3 times 16, 4 times $15.30, and 6 times $2.16 kilograms. Is that okay? So if you find it helpful, I will write down also 3 cards times 16 marks. So I'm very clear what I'm multiplying. This one is the number of data, this one is the average. Total price, 4 t-shirt times $15. Okay, 4 t-shirts. Okay, and then you solve yourself lah. Okay. Then total mass, 6 books times 2.16 kilograms. So I just include the units directly, so I can understand what I'm doing here. Is that okay for you? Then so your answer should have what unit is this? Better, what unit is this? Look at the screen. What you look at me? What unit is this? Score. Okay, use marks or the total score. How about this one? The unit is dollar sign. Okay, and then the last one here, kilograms. Okay, units will have a mark. Don't forget your units. Okay. Then make it a habit from now on. Is your daily work. Write in the units. Okay, so find the total. Then the next page, 120. Okay, on page 120, here says find the missing quantities. Okay. Okay, so in this case, I have total, average, and number of data. What is missing? Number of data. So for this one, I'm looking for here. Okay. Total given, average given, data missing. So to find number of bags, the data will be total divided by average. So it should be $532 divided by $38, but the unit at the end is bags. It is not dollar sign anymore. Can you understand? Can you understand? Or? You can use the calculator for this question. Okay. Now, the next one over here. I have total, I have average. I don't have number of data. That's number of ribbons. So still looking for number of data At total given, average given, don't know number of ribbons. So total divide by average. That's 15.21 meters divided by 1.69 meters. And the answer will be in what units? Ribbons, very good. So be very careful, no, be aware. If you write meter here, you are wrong already. Okay? So you must be very clear on what your units are in this chapter on average. You are looking at the number of ribbons, it should not be in meters, the answer, okay? That's minus half a mark, right down the meters. Okay? Right, then the last one here is still this one here. This one is still looking for the number of data. Do you think you can do all this? Is it difficult? Easy? Manageable? Just now someone mentioned that it looks like grapes. In what way? It looks like grapes. I heard someone say that. It looks like red eh. Why it looks like red? Because red, what we learned about red was there is a relationship of two quantities. Right? You use two measurements and you look at how it changes with each other. Right? So let's say red, the same thing. It's like red. Why is it like red? Because in red, let's say I have frame pages per minute. Okay. Printer frame pages per minute. And what I can see this. Great. I don't know someone said it likes great. Actually, it's a good observation. Okay. There are two measurements here, pages per minute. If a printer prints 5 pages per minute, then the question is, so I got write this, I write 5 minutes is 5 pages. Yeah, I say 10 minutes, how many? 50 pages. If doesn't 50 pages sound like the total? How many? What's the total number of pages you could read in 10 minutes? Does it sound like finding total as well? Then if I say, okay, if I print 60 pages, how many minutes do I need? If I print 60 pages, how many minutes? 12 minutes. How do you get 12? 60 divided by 5. This one? 5 times 10. So, if you look at the framework sheet that I just given to you, is it 5 total and 5 number of units? And 5 grade is the same thing. So the concepts are the same. I have a relationship, I find the missing relationship. And that's why I say this triangle, very useful all the way you go secondary school. Next year, primary 6, you will learn speed. Speed is a relationship. Speed, how fast something moves. So you say speed is actually a relationship of it's a rate. Correct. So what is the relationship? What do you think? Kilometers per hour. So it's a kilometer is what unit? Kilometers is a what unit of measurement? It's a measurement of length, measure of length, measure of distance. And then hour is a measure of time. Can you see that? So I have distance versus time. And that's how I got speed. And like Toby says, hey, isn't that great? That's right. So if you can understand right now, next year the chapter on speed, I think you can do it. Okay. Anyway, so this page here, page 120. Okay, is it confident? So it's still the same thing. Number of data, average, and total. So what will be this one? It still be 804. How do you get this? Danish? This one? What is the working set? What is the working set for this one? Okay, Sana. Okay, you said something. 840 divided by 35. Okay, let's go me. Samuel? What's the working set? $216 divided by 12. Is that what you said? Okay, that's correct. If there's decimal, is it acceptable? Let me check whether there's any decimals. Oh, no decimals for this question. No decimals for this question. It's 18 boxes. Now, imagine if there's decimals. Do you think it's acceptable? Yes. Let's have a discussion here. Can the average be a decimal? Who say yes? I can have 0.5 a box or 0.5 a jigumi. Because it's an average, I can have a decimal. Who says no? Cannot. How can you have 0.5 a decimal? Okay, yes or no? Who say yes? Can. Who say no? Cannot. Can I say 0.5 a person? Okay, the answer is because it's average, the answer is yes. Okay, because I'm finding average, I can have half a box. That's okay. It's the average. I can say the number of people is the average is like half the person is like half, but you don't really need half the person in half. But you need the value is an average, approximate number. It's when you even out. Okay, when you even out, it doesn't really mean you really cut the person in half, but it's an average. Okay, all right. Okay, now the next level, are you okay? Is it too much already? 10 or not? The next level is finding missing data. Okay, now I feel very stressed about pushing us forward. Okay, so anyway, so today homework until page 120 only. Is that okay? Page 120. Can you make sure you have checked and correct for all the way until 120 for average? Is that okay? Page 120 for average. Can you also make sure that you have catch up on whatever you miss out for percentage? Okay, it's due for percentage. Now, then I will keep missing data for tomorrow. Okay. All right. So today's key question is this. Before we're going to deal with we're going to deal with this one tomorrow. Okay. Now for now, question 1 to 3. Key questions is the total given, is an average given, is a number of data given. Okay, which one am I being asked? Is it okay so far? Average okay so far? Okay, so we have about 2 minutes, so let's catch a video. Because we were talking about Okay, so like I said, if you feel unsure of any work that we have been doing, always go back to your textbook. Okay, you can see the examples like how we have been doing. Right, so okay, so this is yesterday we were here. You want to finish having this, the final performance. Then tomorrow I can show you phases of I want to be police. Okay, and since because you did obstacle course, okay, you will see what it takes to do an obstacle course as a police officer. Okay, all right. Anyway, let's finish up our friends trying out the Webster.
Differently. So we're hoping to see you notice the differences and try it our way. So the movement we'll be working on today is the Webster. This is a back heel drive, so arms drive up, chest up, and coming over in a front flip and landing.
So in gymnastics, we do a very similar skill on the balance beam called the front kickover, where we land directly on the beam. And this skill in parkour, the Webster, is a little bit different because you land off the mat.
Yeah, they killed it. I had a feeling this one might be an easy challenge for them since flipping's a big part of gymnastics, but we were hoping that the different setup for the flip and the environment, having to go off of a ledge and everything being made of wood around them, would kind of like throw them for a loop. And I think there was a little bit of hesitation, but ultimately I think they were in their element pretty hard there. So yeah, they killed it.
What I really like about that, and what you can see a lot in parkour and free running moves, is you saw their style come into what we decided to do.
Now that you've tried a bunch of the different techniques, we're going to see if we can put them all together into a line. And that line will be starting with a precision jump, going into a cat pass, then jumping into a swing, trying to land that swing right into a flip. I think the way it's set up right now, you might be able to do it better than us. That was awesome. I'd love to see you add a cat pass into your run. Here or here. That could be over or onto the wall and continuing. Okay?
Yep.
Cool. I think today went really well. I think the gymnasts were all able to pick up the technical details of all the skills. I think the transitions between the movements could be smoothed out a little bit.
I thought today was super fun. It's always a good time to share the skills and techniques of parkour with people who